Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss CBSE Class 11 Computer Science syllabus for the session 2025-26. See, computer science is a very important subject. As you know, most of the development today is being done in the field of computer science, and it is one of the very important branches today everybody seek in after class 12. So if you are having the proper understanding of computer science as a subject, so it will help you a lot in your future. So the very first thing is that in this class 11, what are the objectives of this syllabus? So what are the objectives? The student will able to first develop basic computational thinking. See, if you are from not a computer science background, see, there is a certain way of doing things in computer science. Okay, you might be knowing how to do it mathematically, but the same thing is required to be done in a computer in a different way. It's not altogether different, but the mapping required. So if you have an understanding how this thing can be done, it will help you a lot, and it will be certainly give you extra edge over those who simply know the mathematical. Second thing, here the students will come to know about the different data types. So the information today is stored in different ways. So that information is put into different categories. So that is the data types which we say. Then algorithms. See, the procedures, the way how to solve a problem comes in the algorithm. So this algorithmic understanding is also covered in this class 11 CBSE course. Then very important is about the architecture, what is basically a computer system is there, and the most important part of the computer system is the operating system. That too you will understand in this subject. Then next is the cyber ethics, safety and crime. So today, we like it or not, internet has become part of our life. So it's very important we should understand how what are the ways, ethical ways of doing things on the internet, even digital technology to use, and the safety, and obviously what kind of crimes can happen on the internet. And obviously, we need to understand how this technology is helpful for people of different of genders and disability considerations which are there. So technology will help them to overcome all these kind of obstacles. Okay, now we look at the distribution of marks. So in the distribution of marks, you will see the one unit is computer system and organization, which is of 10 marks. Then the major programming part, which is computational thinking and programming, which is of 45 marks. Then we have society, law and ethics, which is of 15 marks. So the total marks in this paper is of 70 marks. Theory paper is there. And you will have 30 marks of practical exam for this paper. Now, before I move further, it's very important that you need a consistent guidance to complete your syllabus in time and to understand the topics. And being a science student, you will obviously find immediately in class 11 a lot of topics which are there in your other subjects. So it's sometimes science take the back seat. But if you want to get a consistent, deeper understanding of the syllabus, and especially the completion of the syllabus, which is very important with in-depth knowledge of programming, so you can contact me. So the phone number is given here, so you can have the complete guidance for the subject. So being a very experienced senior teacher, you will get complete guidance so that your class 11 and 12 journey will be very easier, and your knowledge for your future will be uh, so much that you can deal anything with ease, and it will be very helpful for your future. Okay, so let's come to again to the syllabus overview, which is the first unit one is computer system and organization. So under these topics are introduction to computer system, hardware and software. So whenever we have a computer system, there are two parts are there. One is hardware, one is software. Under this hardware, basically, we have input output devices, CPU, memory type, primary, cache, secondary. See, nowadays, computer and mobiles are people are having both the devices. So in both of them, these components are there. Maybe in mobile, it is in a miniature form. It's more compact than in computer. But these are available in the computer. So you will understand what are the different types of memory, what is the CPU and all this. Next very important thing is the number system. As we know, computers are digital machine. So in digital machine, everything stored as a number, but not the decimal number which we understand. Computers understand another category of the number which called binary. And this binary number is again directly, if we try to see every binary number, it will be very difficult to understand. So there is a conversion from binary to octal and hexadecimal. So in octal, you can convert three binary bits to a single octal digit. And similarly, in case of uh, hexadecimal, you can convert four binary bits to a one hexadecimal digit. So this is the number interconversions are there, which is very helpful, and you need to know it so that you can know how this internal, and this helpful if you take courses in for future in electronics and computer science, so you can understand better how every information is stored in binary form. Then software type. So here you will understand what are the different types of software, which are system, application, and translators. So these are in programming environment, you need to translate the high level language programs to low level language programs, especially binary code with the help of translator. And namely the two common translators are interpreters and compilers. Next is the Boolean logic. See, we software though it's working, but at the core are the Boolean logic, the hardware which is running those machines. So in case if you are going for robotics and all this, so you need to understand this Boolean logic, these circuits. So here you have different types of basic logic gates are there, which can give you, and this logic circuits and gate understanding is very helpful if you have a code in your syllabus. I think in physics also the same things are there, so it will give you a better understanding. Next is we have already discussed is about the conversion. So you need to convert it so that you can understand if the binary information in decimal and vice versa. Then encoding. See, encoding is that all the information which is there in computer science is basically is a encoded information. Okay. And this encoding is a one which is a set of unique code for every character. So Unicode is today in earlier only English language was there, but today you know whether countries like China, Russia, and European countries they use their own language. So they have this Unicode which is basically covering all the symbols of their language, which have a unique number because computer ultimately process the digital information. So here it is converted into the particular Unicode is there. So here this you will understand, and obviously for Indian languages, this is Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. Next unit is what we say is the computational thinking and programming. So this is the here you will develop your ability to how to do computational thinking and so here the topics is the very first topic is problem solving. See, there is a certain way of solving problem in computers where we analyze a program problem, especially. Then we develop a solution which is in terms of algorithms. See, computers like we think like in every possibility solution is not there. Is not the way the computers solve. There is a certain method we need to procedure to follow to solve. That is what we call algorithms. Then once we know the algorithm properly, then it comes to coding. So in a coding, what happens? We implement it into a language for which we are studying. In this case, the language will be Python, right? And after this, when you run a program, let's say in your case, the testing will be simply running a program. And if you do not get the right answer, you will be going for debugging, finding the error. Sometimes programs are not giving you the correct output, so you need to find it out. Then flowcharts, pseudocode, decomposition, these are the tools to solve a problem, which also you will understand in this particular. The next one is the Python base. See, Python is a very popular language and its use in artificial intelligence is not hidden from anyone now. It's a very powerful language It has lots of library which can be used for different purposes. So here, as you if you are learning for the first time, so you need to know what are the tokens, what are the variables, how to provide comments in this programming. And again, the next very important thing is the data type. How the information stored in Python, and this info data's information is two types. It can be mutable and immutable. And then important is the operators. We need to process the information with the help of expressions. So there are different operators are there: arithmetic, relational, logical, uh, arithmetic assignment operator, identity operator, membership. So these operators will make the task very much easy for you. The next under this are the expressions. When you're writing expression, obviously there's a mathematical rule is there, how the precedence is there. Then you need to do the type conversion. So sometimes uh, it is done automatically by the computer, but sometimes you need to explicitly do this thing and this conversion. Input output, yes, it's a very simple way of input output, but you should know how different input can be taken from the system, okay, from the user, and how it can be displayed. So print function is there, and this print function is a very uh, powerful function. Can be done in a very can do all these things in a very easy and very uh, uh, less simple way. It can do this thing. Okay. Now the next topic which is there is the errors. So there are basically three types of errors are there: syntax error, logical error, runtime error. Syntax errors are one which you can, the moment you run a program, checks the syntax, and if error is there, you will find it. Logical errors are the one when you run a program, there is no grammatical errors, spelling errors, but it is giving a wrong output. So it's a logical error. And runtime error, sometimes it happens that you have done everything right, okay, but during the execution, you are giving some incorrect syntax or some incorrect operation is happening. For example, very common one is division by zero. So if you are doing division by zero, that will be not possible. So that can cause a runtime error. So how you can control these errors, how can you tackle these errors, and what we call is exception handling, you will understand in this. Next is the flow of control. So as I said, when we are writing an algorithm, solving a problem, we have a different methodology. There we have a sequential. Some problems where solutions are like a simple bank solution, where we are or doing a calculation, we are step by step we need to follow. So that comes under sequential. But then we have a conditional where we need to take decision based on the conditions, right? So a number can be even or odd, or it can be any type of question. And there are multiple conditions also possible, especially like the great question. Then iterative will be the for loop, while loop, and there looping is there. So the most important thing which you should understand is if you know a programming language, it doesn't mean that you understand the other programming language in the same way. Every programming language has a certain way of doing things. So it's a very important that you should understand the syntax and proper way of coding for that language. Okay. So maybe the way of doing is mostly same, but you still need this kind of understanding. Then looping, repetition is one of the key things, and then break and continue, which basically help you to either break from a looping statement and sometimes skipping some part of the loops. Then the next part is the strings. So strings are basically providing strings are the very important part, and they provide a lot of operations on the strings, so you can do those operations and the methods which are there of the strings, which can help you to do lots of operations on the strings. Okay, so string data can be dealt with the string data type. Then list is basically is similar to the concept of arrays in Java, where you can, but it is more powerful as it can store multiple values. And here you can see uh, like at some languages, sorting and all this are there. So here there are already built-in functions are there. So basically, Python is more about productivity. It wants you to do things in a much more faster way than always going into starting from the very basic and then to do the thing. Because as we go to a higher understanding of our this, maybe at some level we need to understand this how it is done, and in maybe in future courses which you will be doing, you will be understand this, but here you will understand how basically is the using this method how you can do the task. Next is the tuples. Tuples are also similar to list, but obviously they are have some difference. The difference is in the time of they are immutable. So they also have a functions, and then you can do programs on those using those functions. Dictionary. Now, dictionary is another which is in many programming languages have been a very complicated thing. People find it, it's a way of representation in Java, C++. It's quite a difficult. But when it comes to come to Python, it's a very simple to understand. And once you understand the dictionaries, it's a very easy and it's a very powerful way of storing information where keys helps you to access the information. Then, as I said, the power of Python is there in the modules. It provides lots of built-in modules and pre-modules which you can install. Okay, also they provide you lots of methods for doing different things. But in your syllabus, which is their math, SQRT, random, statistics, these are the modules which are. The last part is the Unit 3 Society, Law and Ethics. Here, you will understand certain terms in technology like digital footprint, netizen etiquettes, okay, social media, data protection, open source licensing, cybercrime terms like hacking, phishing, ransomware, cyberbullying. Then you have cyber safety, how safe browsing can be done, how can you protect your identity, then different kind of malware which are there when you are using computer systems, so viruses, especially when you are on the net. Okay, and then e-waste management technology and how this IT Act is there and how this technology is helping people. Now there are some suggested practical list programs are there, patterns are there, series, uh, GCD, LCD, palindrome, strings list operation. So this is just a brief idea, but there are quite many programs are there. So once you know how to write these programs, you will find it's very easy for you to understand. And obviously the modules. Uh, Lab test for practical exams, this is 30 marks, where lab test is of 12 marks, project is of 8 marks, and report file plus Viva, which is of 20 Python programs in file plus Viva will be taken, right? Now, what are the recommended resource? So, NCRT also provide a computer science textbook which you can do. Then CBSE website support material is there, and there are many reference books by different authors like Sumita Arora, which are very popular for computer science. Okay, so you can go, and there's a Python coding platforms are there for practicing this thing. So you can take helps of them. And finally, if we look at the contents, you can understand 70 is the theory marks and practical is 30 marks. And you have to take it very seriously, this syllabus. Why? Because this part of the syllabus is covered in the Python revision tour of class 12. So it's very important you should cover this syllabus and understand this part very properly. Then we have a then obviously it is a focus on computational thinking and Python programming and technology ethical use. And obviously, once you know the programming properly, then in future when you take a higher courses in computer science, it will help you a lot. So once again, before I end this video, uh, if you want a proper and consistent guidance in this subject, you should go through the entire syllabus properly. And for this, I can help you out here on the screen. You can see my WhatsApp number. You can contact me, and the complete syllabus will be covered in a timely and proper way with the study material. Now everything will be provided so that your knowledge of the subject. You get in-depth knowledge in the subject, and obviously you will score good and excellent marks in your final board exam. So that's it for today. So I will be very soon doing again a syllabus review for class 12. So I hope it will help you in understanding the syllabus of class 11. Okay, thank you.